never have to. Never.
I got
had to
lost
deal
in the
with that.
mountains one time, running from the cops after we threatened a judge, and we were asking for directions from this old timey lady on the side of the road.
I don't like how you blew past that.
I thought this is something you talked about before, like several times or something. Holy crap!
I have. They just don't remember it well. But the judge. Well, that happened. We were at a red light, and we got into an altercation with the man behind us, and then we got out to attack him because he just signaled for us to pull over to fight, and so we pulled over to fight. And when we ran back to get him, he recoiled into his car in fear because he didn't think we were coming to get him like that. And he said, "I'm a judge," and we had just left that area of the city, like where the courthouse and all those buildings are. We, of course, are terrified. So we jump back into our car like we just got shot at. I almost drive off without my partner. He's like hanging on to the handle barely in the truck. And I careen across 2 or 3 lanes of traffic outside after jumping a curb because I didn't want him to get my plate. Because you would imagine that a judge could make a phone call very quickly and give my plate to someone and they come and get me. So I'm afraid of that because now I feel like I've committed a terrible crime. I probably have.
No, you just charged a judge in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I think I may have yelled something at him, and I'm pretty sure at a club. And so then we drove off, and I had the mindset at the time. I know this doesn't make sense, but if I got lost, then I would be lost. like if I didn't know where I was, how could they
find you? Yeah, a little bit of object permanence difficulty for teenage Kyle.
But you gotta understand, I'm like 18 maybe, and I'm terrified because we're way in over.
But he hides on a 3-year-old level.
Yeah, but I'm driving a truck.
Officer, back up! We have a gentleman staring into a tree.
I can see your feet under the curtains, young man.
And so I tear off through the town, and I just start taking every road that leads to a less populated area. I take that turn, like whatever it takes, and very quickly I'm out of town, down side streets, and then into the woods and back roads and the mountainous areas, kind of where Currahee, like that kind of area, and I'm almost out of gas. I know the point where it runs out in that truck. It's got to get below the red, and there's got to be visible gap. And then we got like a mile or two. We're on the red. I got like 10 miles, 15 maybe. And we pulled over because there was a lady checking her mail in this like sketchy mountainous area back there where not many people live. And I'm like, "Ma'am, can you tell me how to get to Franklin County?" And she's like, "Oh, Franklin County. Yes. You halfway in Madison County." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I guess so. How do I get to Franklin County again?" That way. And she pointed with like 3 fingers because that's all she had. Like she had some sort of congenital birth defect that I want to attribute to inbreeding because she is like hill folk. And you're like, "There's that way." I was like, "Thank you so much, ma'am." And I took off, and we both looked at each other like, "Did you see her fucking hand? Did you see her fucking hand?" I'm like, "Where are we? Where are we?" We were scared. I was so scared because we really didn't want to like attack a judge. We just wanted to defend ourselves. That's what it felt like at the time.
You didn't want to respond cool when he was like, "I'm a judge," and you were like, "This is my partner jury, and I'm executioner." And then you bang, go in there with your fucking club, break his windshield, drag him out, and say, "Don't you dare threaten us to fight so rudely."
That does sound cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been a different life for me, I think, if I'd done that at 18.
You'd be a pretty cool guy.
No, he literally did start it though. I didn't leave. The light turned green, and I didn't immediately go because there was a car quickly coming to the intersection from my right, not stop. They'd be like, "Oh shit, it's red," and they're having a hard time getting stopped. It wasn't like a crazy emergency, but I was taking note of how quickly they were approaching the intersection. So I didn't leave right away, and this guy laid on the horn, and I think one of us gave him the finger, and he gave us the finger back, and then he was like, "Pull over." And it's like, all right, them's fighting words. He's wanting to go, so we did. And
I bet he wasn't even a judge.
He might not have been, but man, that's a good card to pull out of your back pocket in a scary moment.
That's really good.
Yeah,
you have
like
to be old enough looking.
Now.
Yeah, Woody, I don't think you could pull off "I'm a judge." You don't look old enough.
I totally look like a judge.
You're not judge age.
No, you would need a beard and you'd need to look old. Actually, beard with the gray in there, you could pull off judge.
Is it a crime to impersonate a judge? Because I know law enforcement, that's definitely a crime.
No, it's not a crime at all. No.
It's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, it's like Dumbledore rules. Like for
Not
pretending
only
to be
is
a
it
judge,
legal,
I'm
it'll
awarding you the
employ
highest honors.
That was actually very smart of you.
You pretended to be a judge.
As a judge, I respect this.
Yeah.
You're free to go.
Right? What if you're not just like choosing, like I'm a judge, right? But you're thinking of that beauty pageant that one time. I one time judged an eating contest. I'm a judge, like a former judge.
And then what if he hits you with, I'm also a judge?
Mm.
Well, we're just a couple of judges now, aren't we? What's your favorite part of judging? What are your top three favorite parts of judging? Like,
Your Honor, I meant I was judgmental when I said that.
man, I was vindictive and rude. Actually, I was judging someone.
That was scary. I think Scott and I kept that one a secret for like 8 years before we even told my dad. Like every now and then, like you do something so awful, you don't. I wouldn't tell my dad. One time, I was at his farm and he was away on a trip. I've probably told y'all